Cheers, Jono.
Cheers. Yes,
I'm drinking by myself because someone's waiting for a little baby.
Little baby to pop out.
So
wife.
So you can't be
that's
under
imminent.
the influence in the labour ward.
Yeah. If I want to be married, still be married after the baby comes. Yeah.
But anyway, what a weekend. What a weekend for Eben. What an occasion.
Yes,
you could see it was special to him.
It was special to everybody.
Yeah.
I think Sia's speech after the game was unbelievable.
Yeah. He was like, I can't wait to tell my grandchildren that I played with Eben Etzebeth. Like
Elizabethi.
Yeah, it's almost like he forgets that who he is.
Yeah. But that's what makes him a great captain.
Yeah, he's a great ambassador. Anyway,
and Eben
we're diverging.
Couldn't keep his tears in. And the anthem, man.
Yeah.
I missed the anthem and everything because the Bulls game was before that.
I switched off on the Bulls game.
Yeah, but I thought the Springbok game followed the Bulls game on the same channel.
I saw the time and I was like, ugh.
Meanwhile, so I only missed 30 seconds of the first half, so fortunately.
Yeah, but
just what an atmosphere, hey?
Yeah, did we avenge ourselves for last week? Maybe.
I think so. I think it was such an unnecessary loss.
Yeah.
So I don't think it'll ever truly be avenged.
Yeah.
But I think we played very well, if I'm being honest with you. I still have as well as we played, I still have concerns about our style.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to win us games against like France,
so Ireland. A couple of very, very long passes.
Yeah, I don't know. We're playing a lot with our loosies on the outside channels. That seems to be effective against some of these guys, but I don't know. As a collective, we played well. And actually, Monty Libok had a really good game.
Fussy as well.
Yes, Fussy played well.
Fussy's coming into his own there.
And what I like, he's physical.
He bumped off some guys for his try.
Yeah, and he gets stuck in, and he's pretty good on defense actually, if you think about it.
DDA, Damien Dalende, also had lots of touches on the ball, eh?
No, he was amazing, and he always creates doubt because he does a bit of stepping, but he always holds the ball in two hands, and he's physical.
He's almost like a loose forward, but
he's light on his feet.
Yeah, he's a bit quicker.
He's indispensable, that guy. Actually, if you think about it at the moment, because that's the kind of one of our positions we don't have too much depth in. Is 12.
Yeah. Although watching the Sharks last night, Andre Esterhuizen looked pretty.
Yeah, he's still our standout second best number 12. I think. Yeah, he had a good game last night for the Sharks.
Yeah.
The Springboks were...
Peter Steff.
Wow.
Also 2 tries. That guy is immense.
That guy's the most valuable player
just watching this thing with Eben yesterday, I was just thinking, there's a point in our future where Eben and Peter Steff are going to retire.
What are we going to do?
I don't know. What? It's like when the Queen died. I was reading the news, and all these English people were like, they've only ever known an England where there's the Queen.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to feel like I only know the Springboks where Eben and Peter Steff are there. What is?
Yes, but they've been there for long.
Is there life after it?
No, they were. I mean, Eben was Eben blooded before? No, Eben was blooded
2012.
during the Heineken Mayo.
Yeah, 2012, and I remember Peter Steff's first game against Wales. I remember it.
Yeah.
I was at a bachelor party.
That Springbok team is just not the same without Peter Steff or Eben. Peter Steff, in my opinion, a lot of people would disagree with me, but I think Peter Steff is the best player in the world. I think he's the most valuable player in the world. I think Dupont obviously is the most valuable player.
Yeah, but he's going through like a midlife crisis. Have you seen that?
He wants to play centre.
He wants to play centre now.
Or sevens.
Yeah, no, I don't know what's
He's just
happening.
becoming bigger than the game, maybe.
No, I think he's going through a crisis.
Anyway, we digress.
Yes,
but you know what? I think what I really loved about yesterday's game was we did it in the forwards, in the physicality first.
Yeah, we really bashed them. It wasn't going to be a free flowing, even though it was high scoring.
Yeah.
We bashed. We really
and our defense was a lot better,
them.
and we knocked them back in the tackles.
Yeah.
And we ran. Our big ball carriers did damage on attack, and our scrums were ridiculous. I think they were lucky to get away with 1 or 2. Our lineouts were a lot better.
There were many scrums where we were walking with them.
It was right in the beginning. I just thought we should have kept on scrumming them until they just gave up.
Yeah,
that's what
until they forfeit the game.
I thought Russie was gonna. I thought maybe he thought, let's stop doing this because then it's gonna go to uncontested at some point.
Yes,
but
yeah, exactly.
Yes, Oxenshire is crazy.
He's insane.
Yeah,
like I thought he had a bit of an off sort of season with the Sharks. You know, he wasn't in the URC. He wasn't himself. He wasn't on the same form that he was in the World Cup. But this Rugby Championship, he's shown who he is.
Yeah, I think he plays more games for the Boks than for the Sharks. Anyways.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
But I think Ruan Okia has fitted in very nicely.
Yes, Ruan and Ulrich Lowe he's got this nice little impact player vibe where he comes on and he breaks tackles and he makes some big hits. He makes a hell of an impact.
Yeah. He takes line-out balls and he's gotten like massive.
What I've loved about this Rugby Championship is obviously before we were looking to build 2 squads. That's been Russie's thing for the last 4 years. It's just, it felt like it was a lot of players from like overseas and that sort of thing. I feel like this Rugby Championship, we've blooded a lot of like local guys. We've got a lot of guys that are going to go back to the URC now and they've just played like for the Springboks, and they've played against world-class teams. They've played against the All Blacks, etc., and they're going to make a huge difference.
Especially at the Sharks, because the Sharks are that's really what the Sharks are missing at the moment.
Or the Bulls as well.
The Bulls won.
The Bulls can't take a line out anyway. We must maybe not get into that now.
Yeah, look, I mean, Edinburgh quality team, but
the point is, I feel like even some of the Lions players that were part of the mix, Morne van der Berg.
Yeah.
You know, those guys that
Kwan Horn. He played brilliantly yesterday.
Yes. I feel like Russie's effect on the Springboks and this thing of building depth at the Springboks is gonna do us a world of good.
But I do think that if you want to win consistently and do that, there's like four guys or 5 guys that have to consistently play.
Yeah.
So you have to do that around 4 or 5 guys. So you have to do that around like Peter Steff, Eben, like Damien Delenda. You know, you can mess around in the back line a little bit, but you can't mess around at 12 because you can't. I don't like it when they put at 12.
It doesn't work
at all.
Yeah.
You've got a lot of depth at fullback and wing, so you can mess around there. But there's a few guys. There's like a spine. Sia, Eben, Peter Steff, like your Lucy's, and then maybe at hooker. I think we're looking pretty good.
Marks is looking fit after his knee injury last year.
And Bunabi. But what I'm saying is you can do this and bring all these other guys in, but you got to keep. There's like 4 or 5 guys that have to play like every.
Well, look at Joe. Sorry, just coming back to this depth thing. Joe Grobler, who also now played against Australia. I think he played against Argentina as well.
Johan Grobler.
Yeah. It's just good for URC teams.
Yeah. Now Jake White was also saying that. He was also saying how much of an impact that's going to make at the Bulls having. Because the previous season we had no Bulls guys in the Springboks basically. Yeah. Except for Marco van Staden and Kurt Lee and Kanan.
Yeah.
Basically. Kanan had a great game yesterday for the Bulls. But it was just almost the most complete performance I think we've seen this season from the Bulls. That first test against Ireland, I thought
from the Springboks.
From the Springboks.
Yeah.
And then I think Argentina are one of the better teams in the world at the moment.
It's hard to gauge them because like they lose to Australia and then they absolutely smash them, and then they beat New Zealand in New Zealand quite convincingly. This was weird, a Rugby Championship, because like we can chat about maybe the Aussie game now as well. Like I feel like the Springboks didn't struggle at all against the Wallabies, whereas the All Blacks in last week's test they struggled a bit. Obviously, there at the end it became close, and even yesterday, even though the score lines. It was quite big. It was like 31-13.
Did New Zealand score any tries in the last 20 minutes? Last
15? They scored 1 try, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
That would have been like their first try in the last 20 in many games.
Yeah.
So what the guys are saying is they can go for 60 minutes, but that last 20, they don't have a very good bench.
Yeah.
So they struggle off the bench. But it has been
But
I don't call it hollow or anything like that. I think we played well.
It's just it's been weird. It's weird when New Zealand is not. When they're not themselves, and then the Aussies are as poor as they are.
Yeah, I would prefer to win when New Zealand are at their best.
Yeah.
To be fair, if I'm being honest with you guys.
Yeah.
And you know what I really liked about the yesterday's game? I like this new red card rule. I really think that's much better. That 20 minutes you can bring on another guy.
Yeah.
I think that's so much better for rugby. I was saying to the people I was watching with yesterday that now we're gonna play like 14 or 13 guys. Yeah, we'll still win this game, but I don't know. I almost want to finish that game playing 15 on 15.
Yeah.
Yellow cards, I don't mind. That's just
Because we kind of like until that red card, it was like I think it was like 27-7, and then we scored something like 20 points.
Actually, I found that in the period between 50 and 60 minutes, Argentina were actually all over us.
Yeah.
They were really bringing the energy.
Yeah, they were holding the ball way better.
And they were playing in our half, and then a couple of brilliant defensive things and maybe some mistakes on their part, and then we got the ascendant. Like that Matera yellow that turned into red was an extremely bad mistake on his part. What was he doing? But
he's such a great player. But he has these brain farts like that. You know what I mean?
That almost looked dirty too.
Yeah,
you know?
he's better than that. He's better than that. He's like a world class player.
Yeah, and you can start taking Argentina more seriously now because they don't do that anymore.
Yeah,
I've noticed their disciplines changed. They're not doing those silly things anymore.
It's going to be interesting to see Argentina against like the bigger teams like Ireland and that. Ireland are going to run over everyone, but I don't think Wales stand a chance against Argentina. I think they're going to push England far. They're going to push Scotland far. England's also on the up, eh?
The only issue with Argentina is depth. I think they're like the Lions. They've got one team, you know.
Yeah.
They've got it. They are building a little bit of depth. I saw that in the last two games, bringing some quality guys off the bench. But I'm happy for Argentina. They just need their scrum back, Oak.
Yeah.
If they can get their
that's like traditionally they're good scrummages.
They can be potent. They got great backs. I didn't like the little scuffle at the end there.
It's
just handbags.
Yeah, it's not serious.
But the Springboks looked awesome yesterday. Ruan, I really want Ruan to be there for a long time. You know,
I think he will.
I think he's the fact that
he's a workhorse. He reminds me very much of Franco Mostert.
Yeah, and he's great in the lineouts. He's good around the park.
And
exactly
locks. That's where we obviously that's obvious. We've like how many locks did we lose to injury now this season?
Loads. I don't even think Lurt will ever play again for the Boks.
Yeah, like we need to start building that thing, and I think Rowan's taken a step towards that in this Rugby Championship.
Definitely, yeah. Especially if you've got an enforcer. If you don't have an enforcer playing with him, it will be a bit of an odd mix.
Yeah.
Salman Murat hasn't actually put his hand up, I don't think.
I think he's also a bit injury prone, isn't he?
He has, but even so, he's had opportunities and he hasn't taken his opportunities.
He's just not a physical specimen. Like he's like a 4, isn't he? So sort of like an enforcer role, but he doesn't have this. I don't think he's that big and that aggressive.
Skill, I don't know. He's at the moment. Maybe he just needs more time, injury free at the Stormers to really come through nicely. But can
we chat about Manie Libbok a little bit?
Yes,
I thought he played. His general play was good and that, but perhaps it was better that someone else was kicking, you know?
Well, that's, I think, what their tactic was. They were saying, listen, no, you got no pressure today.
Yeah.
There's no kicking. You're just going to play. And and obviously when he gets that freedom, he's a different person.
He looks a bit more
and he was
relaxed.
tackling quite well yesterday. He was all over
I don't think he's that bad at a defender, like a tackler. I'd actually go as far as to suggest that maybe he's even better than Pollard. Like Pollard misses a lot of, like people are going to be like, no ways. But just watch Pollard. How many tackles that guy misses.
Yeah, but I agree with you. But I think someone spoke to Pollard because yesterday when Pollard came on, he was aggressive. He rucked over a ball, picked it up, went through. He was making some aggressive hits.
Yeah,
so I think someone got to.
Pollard is a quality player, but yes, he misses a lot of tackles.
Yeah, but yesterday there was a change in attitude from Pollard, and maybe it's because he's on the bench. I don't know what the story
got a bit of a
is.
talking to. But I will say this. It was nice when he came on, like when he goes for posts, you're like, it's just dead straight, and it's, you know, obviously Pollard's he's not always on target, but I mean he was yesterday, and it's nice.
He's on target 85% of the time.
Yeah,
I worry about this Manie thing still. I still don't think we've got an answer,
especially in Europe. If we
Jaden hit two great kicks, and then he missed a bad one, hit the post.
Can you blame the guy though? Like, I've never seen him kick for posts, and then they're like, okay, now you must kick for the Springboks.
Yeah, but the thing is, dude, you need to have an 80% goal kicker.
No, you do
on the field.
Yeah,
at all times.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
What I'm saying is, I don't blame Jaden for missing those kicks. Like,
no, but he kicked the two. He did kick were
amazing
ridiculous.
from pretty close to the side.
So maybe I also think he's the answer at Scrumhalf. if I'm going to be honest with you.
You said you like him more than Grant.
I do.
Williams.
You can just see there's a different element to his play that Grant Williams doesn't have. He's a little bit more cerebral. He focuses more when he's on the ball. A bit more, he concentrates a bit better. I don't know. I think he offers you a lot more, and I think he can be a really good scrum half for the future, especially if he's kicking for posts.
Yeah.
So anyway, great game.
Yeah.
See, now spread. We've got to go there and watch a game.
I was there 2 years ago for the All Blacks.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really like a vibe, and it's easy. The park and ride is easy. You park at like a shopping centre. The bus takes you.
Quickly pop into the Kruger.
Yeah.
We went to the Kruger that time. Come out.
Yeah.
There was an Argentinian fan last night that was sleeping in the middle of the game.
I saw that. What is happening there?
I don't know, combo of wine and jet lag maybe.
Maybe.
Everyone's saying something about it. But
same.
I don't think Argentina need to hold their heads low.
Dude, they came second. That's amazing.
Yeah, they were
Did
brilliant.
they? I think they came second.
They did. And the Springboks played... Not a lot of teams are going to beat them at the moment. Like, especially the way they played yesterday.
In that situation,
you're not going to...
With the fans and everything.
Teams are going to struggle.
But now it's, what is it? Like it's a month and then it's a month and a week.
It's one of our easier scheduled tours, eh?
Yeah, I'm glad we're not New Zealand. New Zealand has to play Ireland and France.
Ish. Yeah, we're getting a bit of a. I think England are going to be a challenge.
Are we playing England?
Yeah, we're playing England.
That's not going to be easy.
We're playing England. We're playing Italy and Wales.
England impressed me against New Zealand, eh?
Yeah, they were pretty. England's on the up. I reckon England's going to come straight back in. They're going to be
because those
contender.
Those players are good. Those guys at junior level, they like Itoje. Those guys won the junior under-20 World Cup and that.
And the Premier League is a pretty good tournament.
Yeah,
they've got very high quality players there, so it'll be nice to have a very competitive England.
Yeah.
But let's see how we can wrap this tour. It will be very interesting to see how we tour.
Yeah.
And then let's focus. Yes, I'm so happy we joined the URC, Oak. URC is phenomenal.
Now we got rugby to watch. It's nice.
Last night, during the Sharks game at Connacht, there were it's a packed stadium, 4,000 people, 4,500.
Yeah, I saw that. And
that's weird.
There's also, it's like there are standing tickets. Did you see some of the guys stand?
Yeah. You can stand right next to the field.
You don't get
at a high school.
Yeah, you don't get a seat. It's like a high school game.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Oh,
but
cool.
Also, in fairness, there's like 2,000 people that go to Ellis Park to watch the Lions.
That many people?
Yeah.
Sheesh. Anyway.
I'd love to tour with the Bulls, and especially to go watch at Carter Blue Stadium. What's that one? Where you're basically on the field and everyone's swearing at you the whole time, drinking beer. I want to be in that crowd.
Yeah, take your jersey. It's cold there.
Anyway, well done to the Boks. Well done to Squad and Eben especially. You're a legend. And Eben's got a lot of rugby left in him, eh? Sure. That's scary how many games he can still play.
It's because he was like 12 when he started playing for the Springboks.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Exactly.
Cheers.
All right, lekker.